Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's Monday, 11th May 2020. Year 2 Maths, Fractions, Equivalent Fractions. Right, pause the video and make sure you have your workbook and a pencil. Please download the sheet from either class charts or the email that we have sent you. Write the short date at the top of the page, 11.5.20. Write the LI, equivalent fractions. Once you have finished your work, please send an email to year2@grange.harrow.sch.uk. Right, looking at the second part of the knowledge organizer, we're looking at this part where it says equivalent fractions. It's saying half is equivalent or equal to 2/4. And you can see that in a form of a picture as well, where half is shaded in here and 2/4 are being shaded in there, and they're saying that they are equal. Right, let's go through the key vocabulary first. Please repeat it after me. Whole, equal parts, half, 1/4, 2/4, equivalent, fractions. Right, we are going to look at the video which is part of the white row scheme that the school follow. Right, pause the video and make sure you have downloaded your worksheet from class charts or from your email, as the video is going to ask you to complete some questions. This is what the equivalence of half and quarters worksheet looks like.
Hello, equivalence of 1/2 and 2/4 today. But first, our flashback for what is a third of 18? You could use 18 buns, or 18 counters, or 18 pennies, 18 anything you like to help you work that out. Quarter of these counters. How many sides does the next shape have? And are these groups equal? And don't forget the clock. How did you get on? 1/3 of 18 was 6. So a third of 18 buns is 6 buns. A third of 18 pennies is 6 pennies. What is 1/4 of the counters? Did you use counters for this, or did you use something else? Whatever you used, did you find the answer was 3? I wonder if you halved and halved again, or if you shared between 4, or if you made groups of 4. Question 3. How many sides does the next shape have? Triangle, circle, circle, triangle, circle, circle, triangle. And we know a triangle has 3 sides. Are these groups equal? We've got a £5 note, then we've got 2 £2 coins and a £1 coin, and then we've got 5 £1 coins. All the groups are worth £5. So equivalence of 1/2 and 2/4. So here is a delicious chocolate bar. Would you prefer 1/2 of the chocolate bar, like this, or 2/4 of the chocolate bar, like this? 1/2 of the chocolate bar, or 2/4 of the chocolate bar? You've worked it out, haven't you? They're the same. 1/2 of the chocolate bar is 2 squares of chocolate, and 2/4 of the chocolate bar are 2 squares of chocolate. Here are 2 bar models. No delicious chocolate this time. What do you notice about the bar models? The first one is split into 2 equal parts, 2 halves. And the second one is split into 4 equal parts, 4/4. 1/2 is shaded on the first bar, and 2/4 is shaded on the second bar. But the same amount is shaded on both. 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. Does this still show that 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4? Yes, it doesn't matter where the shaded part is, as long as 1/2 is shaded and 2/4 I'd like to know what half of 8 is. So I've got myself 8 sheep. They're a bit tricky to manage though, floating around like that. So I'm going to put them into a bar model. In they go. Now I can clearly see that half of 8 is 4. Half of 8 sheep is 4 sheep. Can I use this bar model to help me find out what 1/4 of 8 is? I think I can. If I separate my bar into 4 equal pieces, I can see that 1/4 of 8 is 2. 1/4 of 8 sheep is 2 sheep. So I know what 1/4 of 8 is. Can I use this to help me find out what 2/4 of 8 is? Yes, I can. 1/4 of 8 was 2 sheep. So 2/4 of 8, I can see, is 4 sheep. That's the same as a half, isn't it? Pause here and have a go at questions 1 to 7. Dexter is shading 2/4 of some shapes. He's trying to split this pentagon into 4 equal parts because his denominator is 4, so that tells him he needs 4 equal parts, and then he will shade 2 of them because his numerator is 2. He starts off by splitting his shape into 2 equal parts. He knows he's halved his shape, and to get 4 equal parts, he can halve it again. Oh, I'm not sure Dexter has halved it again. They don't look like 4 equal parts to me. Let's see what Dexter tries next. Good try, Dexter. But I can see that square is much bigger than those triangles. There are some shapes that Dexter can't split into 4 equal parts. Let's see how Dexter gets on with another shape. This time he's got an octagon which has been split into 8 equal parts. Dexter shades 2 of those parts. Has he shaded 2/4 of the shape? Pause here to have a think. That's right, he shaded 2 out of the 8 parts. That's 2/8, not 2/4. Dexter has a think, and he knows that 2/4 is equivalent to a half. So he needs to shade in 2 more parts, and then he will have shaded half of the shape, which is equivalent to 2/4. Which 2 sections should Dexter colour in next? Pause here to have a think. Let's see what Dexter does. That's a good idea, Dexter. I can really clearly see that half of the shape has been coloured in, which is equivalent to 2/4. Were they the only 2 that Dexter could have coloured in? What about these 2? That shows a half as well, which we know is equivalent to 2/4. Brilliant work, Dexter. Pause here and have a go at the rest of the questions.
Once you have finished your work, please send a photo of your work at year2@grange.harrow.sch.uk. Thank you.